So y'all, I'm just riding and I was thinking about something and I thought I'd share it. I've been thinking about something today and I thought I would share it because I am a person that has the gift of helps, and I feel like it's a really important gift that sometimes doesn't get the attention that it needs. Not even that it deserves, but that it needs, because no matter what big gifts you have and who's on your staff, if you don't have help, it's going to be so much more difficult to get things done. And so anyway, so I have the gift of helps, right? And so I've learned over the years, having that gift, that there are a few things that, you know, can hinder the operation of the gift of helps. One of the things is, you know, one of the major things is that people that have the gift of helps and those that lead them or whatever tend to forget to teach and guide and instruct on using the gift. Because if you don't operate in one of the big five, meaning the fivefold ministry gifts, as people call it, pastors, teachers, evangelists, prophets, and what was the other one? Apostles, of course, love apostles. If you don't have those gifts, a lot of times people fail to recognize the importance of your gift. If it's not one of those big things that is kind of pushed in the church or in the kingdom or just in the world in general, if you're a musician, you tend to get a lot of recognition, and people want to, you know, sometimes pervert your gifts and all types of stuff like that. But when you have the gift of helps, a lot of times you kind of get left in the background along with everyone else. And there are so many gifts that might fall under that, or that we might consider to be one of those things. But, you know, usually if you're not those things, like if you're an usher or something like that, that's not necessarily the gift of helps in and of itself, but it's kind of one of those, you know, gifts that people kind of like leave you to your own devices to try to figure out, because nobody cares about it, because they don't understand the importance of those that are not on the mic, you know. So anyways, that's one of the things, just not being, you know, one of the big names or the important people or one of the stars of the church, a lot of times leaves you to try to figure out your gift on your own, and you're not really taught and guided. People don't have a lot of information on it because they don't study on it, they don't care about it, they just don't invest the time that it really needs to have invested in it to become, you know, for your gifts to be maximized, because nobody really cares. Another thing, having the gift of helps, and this is something I learned the hard way, is you can become really frustrated by working with a leader who don't have clear vision. You know, they don't know what they want from you. They don't know how to instruct you. They're just kind of loose cannons out here, you know, and it is happening. It's one thing to be able to boss somebody around, but I have worked with people that I have literally said, like, went in to help them, and I say, okay, what do you want me to do? And they're like, let's see, maybe we can, and I'm just like, oh my God, working with people, excuse me, that don't know what they want, you know, they're supposed to be in charge, and they can't even tell you, I know they can't necessarily tell you how to do what you do, because they're not gifted to do what you do, but they don't even know what they want you to do or where they want you to be. That is another thing that's extremely frustrating. When you have the gift of helps, you want a leader to be able to take charge and guide you in the right direction. But the main thing that I wanted to talk about, because this is something I think that I've learned just maybe in the last few years, or I ain't gonna say a few years, but a more recent revelation that I've come to understand, is that when you have the gift of helps, a lot of times people either guess about where to place you or don't really know how to place you or want to put you in these boxes. And that's like one of the big things. They want to put you in some box of this is what you should be, this is what you should do, just because you have the grace to operate there in a moment. What I mean by that is, like, when you have the gift of helps, I believe, in my case anyway, having the gift of helps is that at times you can do things that aren't really your thing just because you have the grace that's needed to complete a task that needs to be completed. For example, I've been a secretary before at church, and it's not because I'm a very organized person that is an amazing secretary type A type person, but it was because at the moment that's what was needed, and so God gave me the grace to be able to do it at that time. But it wasn't really my actual, like, what I was supposed to do, like, forever. Because when you have the gift of helps, I believe that God does that. He will grace you to do things in the moment where this is what that person needs. You need me to cook a cake, then I can make a cake. Well, now everybody thinks you're a cake maker, you know. You need somebody to print out some documents, and they go, and so now you're the girl. We're gonna take everything to her to get her to print it out because she's just amazing at that. Or somebody needs you to babysit or keep kids or be a children's church volunteer, and you do that really well for a day or for a season or for a time, and people want to put you in that box of that's what you're always supposed to do, and that's not always the case. When you're a helper, a lot of times you can find yourself doing all types of things depending on what day it is, what time it is, just because that's what's needed in the moments. Like, today this is what we need. And so a lot of times now people want to put you in that box and put you in that position and give you this, churchy title of this is who you are, this is what you do, and that's all that people can ever see in you, just because you operated well there for a moment. And so I just wanted to share that because people need to know, like, leaders need to know, and people with the gift of helps need to know that you don't have to find yourself in the box. Sometimes your position or your title should be helper, and it doesn't have to be, there's no ordination papers to sign for that. There's no title for that, and it doesn't have to be one. So yeah, that's what this video is about. I am driving, and I'm out in the country, and I need to turn around because I'm just out here. But yeah, that's basically what I wanted to share, and I guess that's it. And I'll hit y'all watch it, like it, share it, and I will hit y'all up later. Bye.